Now she's teasing a big announcement that she claims will result in some of her opponents being arrested and charged. South suburban politician Tiffany Henyard appears to have lost control of both governments.
The situation in Dolton has taken a dramatic turn as Mayor Tiffany Henyard appears to have vanished amidst mounting controversy. Sources suggest she may have fled to evade potential arrest, following years of alleged overspending, mishandling public funds, and living a lifestyle fit for the rich and famous. Once a prominent figure in the community, plastered across posters and billboards, Henyard's sudden disappearance raises questions just as local residents and board members demand accountability. Reports indicate that Henyard, facing a confluence of legal troubles, including court cases, a federal investigation, and even an eviction notice, knew her time was running out. Insiders claim she was tipped off by friends in law enforcement about an impending arrest warrant just days before she went missing. Without hesitation, she reportedly packed her bags and hit the road, meticulously planning her escape as millions in public funds hung in the balance. Residents of Dolton, already feeling betrayed by her extravagant spending and luxurious lifestyle, are now grappling with the possibility that their mayor has simply ghosted them. Henyard's rise to power in 2021 began with promises of revitalization and community focus. Elected on a platform of change, she positioned herself as a champion for Dolton's working class. However, her administration quickly shifted focus to lavish expenditures that raised eyebrows among constituents. Following her election, it became increasingly apparent that Henyard treated public funds as her personal piggy bank. Reports surfaced of extravagant trips to exclusive hotels in New York City and Atlanta, with expenses far exceeding what most residents could earn in a year. This pattern of behavior ultimately alienated her from the very community she pledged to uplift. Now, with Henyard missing and residents left in the lurch, the narrative of her tenure is one of disappointment and distrust. What began as a hopeful administration has unraveled into a cautionary tale about power, privilege, and accountability. As the investigation continues, the people of Dolton are left to ponder the fate of their missing mayor and the implications of her actions on their community.
Henyard's landlord showed up here to see her tenant in person after she says Henyard has been dodging both her and rent payments for months.
Mayor Tiffany Henyard's spending habits have raised eyebrows, with expenses that many Dolton residents find outrageous. During one trip to New York City, she stayed at the luxurious Marriott Marquis in Times Square, racking up a bill exceeding $13,000. On another occasion in Atlanta, her entourage enjoyed a stay at the Four Seasons, costing nearly $9,000. In total, reports indicate she spent over $67,000 on travel and accommodations at luxury destinations, all allegedly charged to taxpayers. For many Dolton residents, who earn an average of around $24,000 a year, these lavish trips feel not only excessive but like a betrayal. They had hoped for a leader who would uplift their community, not someone who uses public funds to finance a lifestyle more suited to a celebrity. As the community grapples with these revelations, the contrast between Henyard's actions and the realities of their daily lives could not be starker.
Township tonight as another board meeting got canceled because of a lack of a quorum.
And that came after a disagreement about where to hold the meeting as trustees expressed concerns for their safety.
At a recent Thorndon Township meeting, Mayor Tiffany Henyard arrived hoping to collect what she claimed she's owed. However, her spending patterns have drawn significant scrutiny. Reports reveal that her extravagant expenditures included an $85,000 party featuring well-known entertainers, funded by Village Resources. Additionally, she made a puzzling $43,000 purchase on Amazon, raising eyebrows about what a mayor could possibly need that justifies such a hefty online bill. These purchases, along with countless other expenses, have led many in Dolton to question whether Henyard is more interested in living the celebrity lifestyle than serving her community. Her lavish spending paints a picture of someone detached from the realities faced by those who elected her, further deepening the sense of betrayal felt by residents. As the situation unfolds, the community is left wondering about the true priorities of their mayor. Mayor Tiffany Henyard has sparked outrage in Dolton with her brazen display of power during town meetings. Arriving with a security detail and dressed in high-end attire, she projected an image of untouchable authority. For many residents, this behavior felt like a blatant message. Her decisions, no matter how extravagant, were beyond reproach. This attitude has alienated citizens who increasingly view their leader as someone more focused on a lavish lifestyle than on bridging the gap between herself and the community she vowed to represent. Critics have described Henyard's actions as nothing less than a power and money grab. Her spending habits extended far beyond just parties and travel. Even members of her own board expressed concern over her expenditure on security. Unlike typical mayors, Henyard employed a full-time team of 6 police officers, creating a security detail that felt more suited to a Hollywood star than a local leader. These officers, all funded by taxpayer dollars, were tasked with following her everywhere, leading to significant overtime costs as they covered her movements at both public and private events. The financial burden on the community has been staggering, with reports suggesting that the total spent on Henyard's security exceeded $1 million. This extravagant allocation of resources left residents questioning her motivations. Many wondered if she was hiding from something or someone, given her excessive need for protection. The situation escalated to the point where, on one Valentine's Day, she allegedly instructed her security detail to block reporters from a public event, effectively enforcing her own no-press policy. Such actions have further fueled resentment among Dolton citizens. Many feel that their mayor is living in a bubble, disconnected from the struggles of the very people who elected her. Instead of serving as a bridge to the community, Henyard's approach has only widened the divide, leading to an atmosphere of distrust and frustration. Residents who once hoped for a leader to champion their needs now find themselves questioning her priorities, wondering if Mayor Tiffany Henyard's tenure in Dolton has become increasingly theatrical, blurring the lines between political leadership and celebrity culture. Her personality began to dominate village affairs, leading to a series of controversial public appearances. At one meeting, she made a dramatic entrance dressed as a character from a popular gangster movie, complete with a DJ blasting music to herald her arrival. Critics argued that this spectacle was intended to intimidate, using her image as a power play to keep dissenters in check. Henyard's behavior at these meetings often included dismissive remarks toward trustees, whom she openly mocked. She accused them of not doing their jobs, positioning herself as the only one genuinely fighting for the community. However, many residents were unconvinced by her bravado. Instead of gaining support, her antics fostered animosity, creating more enemies within Dolton's political landscape. Distrust among residents deepened as they began to feel that their mayor prioritized drama and theatrics over substantive governance. As her administration progressed, Henyard allegedly sought to silence critics who dared to challenge her authority. She referred to herself as the leader above the trustees and took aggressive measures against those who opposed her. Insiders reported that she used her influence to intimidate anyone who spoke out, employing police officers to harass her critics. Allegedly, she ordered them to issue tickets and even shut down businesses that refused to comply with her demands. This heavy-handed approach left both trustees and residents feeling threatened, describing her leadership style as militarized and iron-fisted. Former allies began to distance themselves from her, with one ex-assistant publicly stating that Henyard was more interested in crafting her image than serving the people of Dolton. This shift became apparent as she drifted further from her initial promises of responsible leadership, veering instead into a style of governance characterized by intimidation and manipulation. The fallout from her actions has left Dolton residents increasingly frustrated and disillusioned. Many had hoped for a mayor who would empower the community and foster collaboration among local leaders. Instead, they found themselves dealing with a leader who seemed more invested in maintaining a celebrity-like persona than addressing the pressing issues facing their town. As the community grapples with the consequences of Henyard's governance, the question remains, can trust be restored, and can Dolton move past the drama that has characterized this chapter of its political history? The residents' desire for a leader who genuinely serves their interests has never been clearer, yet with Henyard at the helm, that hope feels more distant than ever. The whirlwind of controversies surrounding Mayor Tiffany Henyard took a dramatic turn when she and her boyfriend were sued for eviction after failing to pay rent on their home in Dolton. Reports indicated that her boyfriend, who earns a 6-figure salary from a job funded by Thornton Township, was part of this unsettling narrative. The landlord, who had known Henyard for years and initially trusted her to rent the property, expressed frustration over her behavior.